Okay, good morning, Long Beach. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm trying this again. Jerlene, why do you have on a helmet? Because I have on these. So I am on PCH again. I am at PCH in Santa Fe in front of McDonald's. I am continuing the conversation about the Westside Promise. I thought I was going to ride my bike this morning, but then I realized that my tires are flat. So I took out my daughter's rollerblades. I have not had on rollerblades in about 8 years. And then I put on my skate helmet. I haven't had on skates in about 2 years. Again, been dealing with a back issue. I do have on a back brace, y'all, and I don't plan on doing any tricks or anything crazy. But anyway, I'm starting this out on skates. The reason why is because the distance is quite a distance, and I wanted you all to join. Okay, so yesterday I was on the West Side, and I want y'all to know I'm a little perturbed right now because of something I think I saw a little while ago. If you go to the video before, 2 videos back that I started, stop, you'll see. I had to pause, I had to send out some messages or whatever. But anyway, I am on the West Side, and I am going along PCH. Now, yesterday I walked the other side of PCH to get to the Youth Navigation Center, and also showed you all the Japanese Cultural Center. Today I'm walking. One of the reasons I had wanted to be on wheels, I wanted to be on a bike actually, was one, it's a distance, but I want you all to see the distance. First of all, I want you to see the distance. But yesterday I was actually followed by someone, along my walk, going and then returning. And so I just wanted to be able to move a little bit faster today. But I am on PCH, such a lovely strip. The reason I wanted to show the distance is I am heading to Villages at Cabrillo. So Villages at Cabrillo is a 27-acre property that provides temporary, transitional, and permanent housing for people, majority veterans. It was established in 1997 after the closure of the let's call it naval housing. Oh yeah, yesterday I was trying to show this all used to be naval housing, y'all. You know, honestly, like I was telling you yesterday, I don't even know when these buildings were put here. Somewhere along the way, I haven't been looking. What's interesting, normally this corridor for a while had RVs on it. Now it just has big rigs. It always had big rigs after the closure of the naval housing. So here's more property and development. Like I said, I was on that side of the street yesterday. I hope y'all aren't getting nauseous with all the quick movement. Again, I'm headed to Villages at Cabrillo. And what I'm doing right now, I'm on skates, so I'm moving quickly. Imagine someone walking this distance. Now, I'm not even there yet. I'm not even halfway there from the Santa Fe corridor. So there is a bus line that runs past here, the 171, and something else, I think. But still, if you don't have access to, oh, look, gang graffiti. Isn't that lovely? If you don't have access to funds for transportation, what do? You walk. More often than not, I'm seeing veterans in their wheelchairs wheeling themselves along the way. Again, I'm on skates, so I'm moving a little quickly. So back to Villages of Cabrillo. This is where I'm headed. So the conversation I've been having is the Westside Promise is a lie to community, not even a broken promise, but a promise to developers. Just last night, so I want y'all to understand what my motivation is. Last night, the city of Long Beach put out another promotional for their celebration. And in it said, Westside Promise, oh Lord, a commitment to our housing, financial empowerment, and something, I can't remember the other one. But what was interesting, it was a picture of the mayor, Rex Richardson, standing in front of a housing complex at Villages at Cabrillo. And I'm like, that's really misleading. Okay? And I'm going to explain why in just a moment. So I just made a turn. Now, prior to this opening being here, there was no actual pathway to get to Villages at Cabrillo. You had to go down to this nasty corridor. Oh, hold on, y'all. So y'all easily get to see how jacked up the streets are, which I would expect over here if you got these big rigs on them. So if you notice, I have on a backpack today. Reason for the backpack, I actually have shoes in the backpack in case I have to put them on. I have identification in case I needed that. Like I said, I do have on a back brace. Been nursing a back injury for a while. Really hope that my chiropractor isn't pissed at me for doing this. So I used to rollerblade all the time, everywhere. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, there goes a bus. So I used to rollerblade all the time, everywhere, before I had a car. That was my mode of transportation to get around Long Beach. And I said I haven't been on rollerblades in about 8 years. That's because someone broke into my car and stole them, which was such a disappointment. And the rollerblades I have on are my daughter's. So I am coming up on the gates of Village de Cabrillo. So I'm actually not going to go through this gate. Actually, I don't even know if I can. So this wasn't always here. I'm actually going to go through another entryway because I want to show people how, because you can't get into this gate. You can only, it looks like, exit from this gate anyway. So I'm going to, so here we go. So this is the irony. We have good morning, a property that houses homeless, but look, here we go. We have someone homeless sitting outside of it. Like, the irony of that is just always just trippy to me. Like, so again, last night, City of Long Beach puts out another promotional piece talking about the Westside celebration, and I'm asking, what are we celebrating? It's so misleading. They talk about housing and housing development, yet here it is. They post a picture of the mayor standing in front of a building that's in this property. The reason it's misleading is because the City of Long Beach is not responsible for that property. The Village de Cabrillo is. So the Village de Cabrillo, not only is it a physical location, it is an organization, nonprofit organization, and multiple organizations manage the housing or provide support services for the housing in the Village de Cabrillo. So I just entered the gate. I'm sorry, y'all, I should have. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to be real careful. Thank God y'all didn't see that. So I actually hit a road bump. So the only safety gear I have on this morning is my helmet. Maybe I should stop and put my shoes on and walk through here instead. I'm gonna try to do the skate thing, but I may have to put my shoes on. Okay, so I have entered into the Village de Cabrillo. So again, as I was saying, the Village de Cabrillo is a 27-acre property that provides, excuse me, I hate these buildings, that provides transitional, temporary, transitional, and permanent housing for folks, and affordable housing, mostly for veterans. It was originally for veterans. U.S. Vets, United States Veterans Initiative, was actually the largest provider here on the site. I still believe that they are, and provider, I mean, they're the one that provided all the support services for the clients that live here, veterans. Actually, one of these buildings, I was responsible for the grand opening of. Actually, two of them. I used to work over here. That's why I know, one of the reasons I know so much about the property. But if you've never been here, so there's a housing dedicated just to veteran women. There's housing that's dedicated to an older generation population of veterans. They have a variety of services here that they can tap into. So what I'm looking for right now is the Cove. So the Cove was one of the newer buildings that was opened up over here, actually December 2024. And as I was sharing, there's a picture of the mayor in front of the building, and that is listed as an accomplishment for the city, for the West Side. That's not accomplishment for the West Side people. That's an accomplishment for the city, but the city is not responsible for that. And although the city does provide some level of funding for that and other projects over here, that funding comes from a different source. That funding comes from federal, state funding, county funding, but it's not anything that's like, there may be some direct funding that comes out of our city budget, but no, that's funding that comes from different levels of government. Good morning. So again, I wanted to show this, and so again, back to the conversation of Westside Promises a Lie. It's really interesting how the city is taking credit and applying someone else's success to the success of the West Side. Now, again, this may be located here on the West Side, but it's not housing people that live on the West Side. It's not like, oh, you're about to be homeless, let's go place you over there. It doesn't work that way. This is for housing for all over. You don't have to live in Long Beach to be here. Our veterans from wherever the veterans come from. And also the VA hospital is connected especially for our veterans. If you don't go through the process at the VA hospital and the Veterans Administration, you can't live here as a veteran. You have to go through a specific process just to even get over here to begin with. And so Veterans Village Recovery Center, Cabrillo Veterans Health Clinic, ran most likely by the VA. Oh, look what I found, you guys. Oh, not me. The Cove. So last night, the city of Long Beach sent out a piece about the West Side Promise. And it has the mayor standing with some other folks in front of this property. Hold on, let me get me in front of this property. It has the mayor standing in front of this property, claiming that this is an accomplishment of the West Side. It's not. It's an accomplishment for the city, without a doubt. It's an accomplishment for the county. It's an accomplishment for the state. This particular property right here, this building houses veterans, provides affordable housing for military veterans, at least according to the website, Villages of Cabrillo website. Century Housing is who manages the property. So I couldn't think about that. So it's beautiful. But do I, as an individual, as a resident of the West Side, do I benefit from this? No, I don't. Now, I'm so happy any service that is being provided for our unhoused community and our veterans. And I have a love and passion for veterans, y'all. Y'all just don't even know. I ain't even got time to get into that. That's how I used to volunteer on this campus, which landed me a position with one of the major organizations, which that's a whole nother story that I'm gonna have to write about in a book. So I'm still here. I'm actually maneuvering through the property. And what I want to do, I want to show you guys something else. So, squirrel. Just bear with me. Try to be careful and not hurt myself. Yes, I'm moving quickly because I'm on rollerblades. Haven't been on rollerblades in about 8 years. Just praying that muscle memory comes into place. All right, so you can't see Villages at Cabrillo from Santa Fe, but you can see Cabrillo High School from Santa Fe. So this is the backside of Villages at Cabrillo is Cabrillo High School. So I just wanted to, show you guys, I haven't even gone all over the entire campus. Ooh, this is a hot mess. Oh, God, can't skid on that. Hold on. I got to get my momentum to get across this. Wasn't planning for that. Whoa, just be with. So this is the backside of Cabrillo. But here's the thing. There's no access from here to the school. Now, that route that I started, where I came down, and I went all the way around, that's the route. Oh, also, this is the backside of Job Corps. Now, there is a gate it was to the right of the Cove building. That gate, I have seen that open. I don't remember why it was open, but that actually goes to like the backside of the Job Corps. Not Job Corps. Yeah, Job Corps. Okay, so all of this again, this is old naval housing. Y'all gotta bear with me because I'm on uneven ground. I can't complain about the roads over here. You know why? Because this is all privately maintained. So I can't really complain about the roads over here. I just gotta be careful to make sure I don't break my neck. But y'all know where I am. So if I slip and fall, y'all know where to send somebody to come and get me. So I'm going to exit out of here. At one time, there was an elementary school here, Mary Bethune. Ooh, Lord, see them speed bumps. Okay, I got to go around the next one. I try to go over it. Mary Bethune McLeod. Is it McLeod? Did I say it right there? I don't know if I said that properly. It is no longer over here. I do think there is childcare that is provided to people that live here. At one time, there was like really rigid standards for people that lived here, including like no drinking, no smoking inside, different things like that. What happens though, the more you increase the population, especially in a dense area, so does an increase in crime and such. Sadly, over the last few years, there's been a few murders over here. There's been an incident where the person in the little security check-in, I believe, was hit and killed by someone ran into it. So there is a Head Start over here that is, according to the sign, that is run by Long Beach Unified. I'm just being careful, y'all. Trying not to break my neck. So I'm going to get over here safely. Ooh, yeah, riding a bike would have been easier. And my balance is kind of like off because I got the selfie stick in my hand. Let me get to the sidewalk. Ugh. All right. Okay, so it is 7:07. I'm going to have to start heading back home in just a moment. Ooh, so I haven't had rollerblades in a while, so my ankles are hurting. My daughter's off at college. She doesn't need her rollerblades right now. Okay, so here we do have some child care. Cabrillo Child Development Center. Ooh, Child Lane. So it's operated by Child Lane. Another issue that's over here. This is on the back side of the truck route that I had shared when I was at Hudson Park the other day. It's right on the back side of here. So again, environment, pollution, it's here, locked in between, a little farther from the 710 freeway, but still locked in from the port and the other intermodal thingy-majiggy. All right, so I am on the sidewalk. I'm give you guys more view. Ooh-wee. Okay. Oh no. Uneven ground. Yeah, my legs are feeling this right now, people. Whoa, okay. See, back in the day, this would have been nothing. I'd have hit any of this uneven ground, would have just kept on rolling. A little playground. Somewhere I did a little mini documentary about some of the issues here on the west side about 10 years ago. I need to find that because we actually filmed right over here. So I am on my way out of the villages of Cabrillo. Again, I wanted to show people, one, the distance from Santa Fe to here. I also wanted to talk about, the fact that the city of Long Beach is all about smoke and mirrors, and their promotional pieces are fake. They're a facade. They're not even truly representative of any true success here on the west side. But people don't know. And I mean, because to say that homeless facility was open here on the west side makes an assumption that the data says that the people on the west side are homeless. No. Also, on data, because there is such a large complex over here that provides housing for people who may experience some financial hardships or may be in a lower socioeconomic tax bracket and such, that data skews the data for the west side and gives the appearance that this is a very, again, I said there that poor, downtrodden west side. No, but this is definitely a service. But that data needs to be disaggregated because this is not the full representation of the west side. So I'm going to go out this gate. I'm going to show you all something to the right, and then I'm going to have to put this down because I need both arms to balance. Right now, my ankles are screaming at me. Again, I'm on rollerblades this morning. Wanted to be on a bike. That wasn't happening. So coming up on the exit gate. Trying not to get run over at the same time. Coming up on the exit gate. I'm actually going to go around the other side of it. Some more buildings. Okay, so I just want you all to see. Now, before that area that I came up, this was the area in which people had to walk. If you notice, there's no sidewalks here. So I'm not going to go up there because, one, the ground is all jacked up. But this is what I was talking about, the traffic that's behind. So skies are beautiful. I'm not going to go over there. So we got the train track, truck traffic, PCH. Okay, people. Oh, yeah, it's called the 103. I call it the ICTF. I don't know what. Maybe I got my locations wrong. But anyway, Jerlene live outside of, hold on, let me get a little picture over here so I can, outside of the village of the Cabrillo. I'm actually about to bring this to an end so that I can skate myself back home. And hold on. So I do have a request. Can y'all just tell the city to stop? Can y'all tell the city to stop with their shenanigans and making up stuff and taking credit for things that they haven't done? And actually, if you're going to talk about the success of the Westside, do things that are actually improving the sustainability of those of us that live here. Like I said, I shared the post that came out from the city. I think I shared it earlier today, but it talks about housing and economic empowerment. And there's been this constant conversation about a bank here on the West Side. I'm going to talk about that at another time. But right now, I need to skate myself back home. Please watch the video from the beginning if you are just now coming in. Also, if you notice, there were 2 other videos that I start and stop. The reason why is because I do believe there was an ICE sighting this morning over at the West Division Police Station. I will update folks when I get back over that way. And I've already, sent some messages off and such. But anyway, day 14, thank you. Please, people, if you're watching this, let me know that you're watching it. React to it. Comment something. Because actually, one, when you do that, it actually helps the message go farther. Okay? If you believe in what I'm doing, let me know that you believe in what I'm doing. If you have questions, if I say some information that is inaccurate, let me know so that I can self-correct. Okay? If you have information that I don't have, share that with me. If you have a story to tell me your story. Please. I know I may seem like a little crazy nut out here doing what I'm doing, but somebody's got to do it. Because otherwise we are misled. We are given misinformation and fake information and it's passed off as facts by our local government. I'm not even talking about the bullshit that's coming out of our national government. We're talking about our local government. Okay? So we need to hold them accountable the same way we want to hold our congressional representatives accountable. We need, and something I didn't talk about and I had planned on talking about, but I didn't. Got slow connection. That I didn't mention that I had wanted to. Yesterday the budget passed, but I'm going to have to do a separate conversation about that because there were some things that were quite alarming in that process. But a little hard to talk about budget on a pair of skates going through raggedy streets and sidewalks. So anyway, it's Jerlene from the West Side. West Side Promise is a lie to the community. It's not even a broken promise, yet it's a promise to developers. And inshallah, I will, and God willing, I will see you all again tomorrow. You will see me later.